Now listen, man. First of all, honest to God, I just thought this was like common sense. I didn't know I didn't know this was such a huge thing, right? So this is my thing about it. This is my whole thing about it. We need to. I wish we could I wish we can pull everything down and people just talk the way they want to talk. Remember, we had a discussion about this.
Yes.
I just wish if you're in the dating pool, we can just say and state what we want and not be ridiculed or be a fucking maniac for wanting that, all right? Because it's all a game that we're playing. I am taking you out on this date only because I want to have sex and then see where it can progress and be a relationship or a marriage way down the line. Okay?
Way down the
That's
line.
the only, because listen, I'm going to be honest, man. In my entire life, I've dated a lot of women. I've been in a couple of relationships. I've encountered a lot of women. I have a lot of women in my family.
How does one encounter a woman?
And classrooms and
okay.
day-to-day elevators. A lot of women. I have women friends. And like I said, I have a lot of women in my family. I've dated quite a few. I've only had 2 women in my entire lifetime that I've had decent, consistent conversations with.
Really?
That's it. And one is my mama. So that is it, man. I'm not taking you out for your good conversation, because 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna have good conversation. So and I can prove it to you, because on all these dating sites, on all these social media, the women always say, "Oh, if you don't have nothing to talk about, if you're not interested to talk, don't inbox me," and this and that. Well, motherfucker, what do you have to talk about? You always playing off of my conversation. I gotta start something, and then you want to come in like a color analyst every day and want to comment on my good conversation. You know, Pink calls me with good conversation to talk about. I call him, and the same thing with other homeboys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You never initiate good conversation. All right? Anybody
wouldn't recognize it if it slapped him in the face.
Anybody can fucking react to something that somebody says. They're initiating the conversation. They're initiating the topics. You know what I'm saying? So that's not why I'm taking you out. I'm taking you out probably because you got a big ass, or you're twerking on the sites, or you look like you could do something, or you look pretty, and this and that. And that's why I'm taking you out. I'm not taking you out for any other reason. All right? So if you know you're not going to have sex with a man, why are you accepting this date? Why? Because you just want some free food?
I think that's it.
Get in the WIC line. They still got WIC and food stamps and all this, man. You don't need to hustle somebody just to get a free meal, because now you tripping. Now you are, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Wood? Go ahead. Come on.
That's
man.
funny,
This is
man.
a free-flowing podcast, man.
Like 4 minutes till I gotta come up anyway.
Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, I mean, I've always felt, and I've had this discussion with different people, like a date, what makes something a date is the possibility and likelihood of sex.
Right.
If there's none of that, if you're going to somebody as just a complete friend or like a coworker, it's not a date. You're just going to get some food. But if you're going on a date, it means that sex is in play.
Right.
100%. So I agree with you.
And if it's not in play,
It's not really a date. You're being snowballed.
yeah.
Yeah. Don't accept that anymore.
But we have to, because it's a game. You can't say, I'm taking you out, and afterwards I need, you know what I'm saying? Or it's not about, honestly, it's not about smashing after the first date or anything like that. Of course, that's always welcome. But what we're saying is, after a progression of dates, if you know you're not going to have sex with this man, don't take the date. Don't take this as, okay, this man's going to take me out one time and then I'm the worst in the world if I don't have sex with him. That's not what I'm saying. After a progression of dates, whether it's the first date or a couple.
I must admit, I thought that's exactly what you were saying.
No, man. No. Yeah, take your time. I'm not saying first date you must have sex. Shout out to Webby first night. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you know after a progression of dates, shout out to Lil Wayne and the other women we've had on who needs 5, 6, 7 dates before they take a man seriously. Like if you know you're gonna string a man on, don't accept these dates. Don't go on these dates if you know okay you're not having sex for whatever 6 months or until a guy marries you and all this foolishness. Probably while your ex is banging your fucking neck in the damn bedroom. Fucking. I've been that ex a couple of times. Go ahead.
At the same time, when are men gonna take accountability for not making women want to have sex on these dates? You don't. Most niggas don't even make a girl feel like she should go home and get on some pussy.
That's true too.
I mean, I can talk freely, right?
This not a baby show. Yeah,
all right,
it's
not a children's show.
not a children's show.
So,
But you got to move over.
Oh, sorry about that.
Because you ain't even in the frame. See yourself?
oh, I see myself now.
Yeah,
There
now
you
you're
go.
in the
There
frame.
you
Now
go.
you're
All
part.
right.
Now you're officially part of the show.
Okay.
Shout out to Wood, Altamont Wood in the building.
Shout out to On the Bench podcast, man, where they talk real sports,
Yeah.
real talk. We finna get real heavy on some subjects in here. But to touch on this one,
Yes.
I agree with you, but I don't agree with you. So
Okay.
let me tell you why. I agree. If you have the mindset that this is how I feel about that. If you have the mindset that you know you can't see yourself having sex with somebody, don't even take their phone number.
Yeah, and I agree with that. That's fair.
Uh,
And that's kind of,
oh.
I think this is ultimately whether we were saying don't accept the invite to the house or don't
Yeah.
accept the date.
Don't come
if
up
you
like a sucker.
genuinely don't have any interest in having intimacy with that other person,
Don't even get their
just
phone
take a
number.
pass, man. Just take a pass.
I'm cool on you.
Yeah, seriously, it's easy.
And y'all good with rejection anyway. Y'all reject guys every day.
Yeah, all the time.
What is I don't understand what is and if he says something or does something in the midst of it that turns you off eventually, then just let him know right then and there.
Like, why would you say that? Like, say something to him. Like, why would you even say that?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I say a lot of things, man.
I talk crazy, so I get told all the time, like, boy, what, stop, don't say that. What you saying that for? Why would you even say that?
Right.
And it is always a very, even if you're going on a date, it's always a very real possibility that it just goes bad.
Right.
Like once you're
Yeah.
actually talking face to face, it can just go to crap.
Horrible.
Fact.
And obviously at that point you're released of your duty to have sex.
No, hold on, now, we talking about the first date, or y'all know each other and going on a date?
Both.
I don't
Mostly
think a female should be pressured to fuck you on the first date.
No,
though.
that's what I'm saying. That's not the thing. But that that can
But
be
if
a thing.
but
That's
if she
welcome.
want to, she shouldn't feel like she, ashamed of that.
That's
you
what
know,
I'm saying. That's it.
feel
Take
me?
away
That's what
the
I'm saying.
stigma first.
she
date.
shouldn't
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
ashamed
take that
of you're not a whore.
No.
No,
No.
you're not a whore for that.
I just think it.
call it a
think
feeling.
I think it has to be in play. I mean, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
And typically, like unless you're somebody who like literally walks up to somebody at Publix and says, "Hey, I want to take you out on Friday night," there's been some dialogue before you go out. There's been some build up. You have some positive vibe. Otherwise, you wouldn't bother, going on the date.
Yeah.
I mean, the date definitely represents a next step towards some level of intimacy.
I done been in situations where I thought I was not about to get none. And end up getting some.
There you
so
go.
you can't say that.
Keep
like,
the
sometimes,
faith, man.
Sometimes you just got to roll with the date.
Yeah.
Okay, she acting like that right now. All right. Don't get in your feelings. Oh, she don't want to. I'm gonna take her home. No.
Yeah.
Keep chilling.
Because
Let her get to know you.
But who is your audience on this comment?
who is the
Is-
audience?
That's a
it
good
so-
question.
Is
Single
it so-
women.
Well, no. I'm saying, like, is it somebody like Ludwig who he had on the show and has like almost this like protocol of all these dates before that even becomes a possibility? Or is it some other scenario? Because I don't agree with her at all, but I think that's the ridiculous thing of like, you're setting up all these protocols just to do something that you actually want to do already.
Yeah.
I think that's nonsense.
The mine is all single women because something is going to hit. First of all, when we say don't accept dates, that's why we're in 2022. You can FaceTime a person every day to get to know them better. You can call, you can text. There's so many other different things because when you go out on a date, yes, and then you're going to expect the guy to spend some sort level of money on if it's not the first date, then the second, third, or fourth date, and if the guy is not getting anything, that's what we're in it for. Like I said, I can just speak for myself, but You know what I mean? Like
I think you speak for all of us.
That's no, he ain't speaking for me.
Who is Bubba?
He ain't speaking for me.
it's like it's not the. It sounds crazy, man, but it's not the conversation. A date is a conversation and food, a conversation and fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of, you can bog them down to one of those two: conversation and food, or conversation and fun. And it's like I can have fun without spending any money and by myself, and I can have conversation, probably most likely, and 99.9
So
better
let me get
conversation.
this straight. Let me get this straight. The only time that you pick your phone up and hit a bitch up and tell her you want to go on a date is when you want some pussy.
No.
Cause that's what you sound like right now.
I know that's what it sounded like, but it's because you speaking on the and you kind of touching on the accountability part too. But what I'm saying is after a while, right? If it's a new girl that I haven't like whatever done anything with, after a while, like it's not about after the first date. It's like if you know that you're not going to have sex with Bubba, why are you going to go on a date with Bubba?
Right.
That's what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying.
No.
It doesn't matter. It's take the win
I mean,
out.
she might want to
Take
get to
the
know
win out.
Bubba. She might be like, okay,
Face-
I don't want to,
No, but
Only-
I don't want
only-
to sit on his face right now. But he might be cool. Let me check him out. You know what I mean?
No, I
Man, we
agree.
do chicks like that.
No,
Like,
but-
I don't know if I can really fuck with her like that, but let me check her out and see how she vibe. You know what I mean?
No, I think you're right. That like when you get face to face in a date, that's when you're kind of checking each other out. That okay, are we gonna go do something else, or is there something here that's just pushing me away?
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's what. Okay, so that's what the first date is for.
that's what my point. So the
So when we get the
expectation
second,
has to
when we get
be
the second,
Pink-
third, fourth.
Pink, that also depends on what energy you pull up on the date with.
Yeah.
See,
The
if
I'm
you
trying
pull
to
up on-
fuck energy.
Exactly.
That's the only energy there is.
So if that energy don't come across the table,
I'm not talking. I'm like I said dates can go bad.
Yes, you
like
said that.
you know, and that's fine.
And I
Like
agree
that
with that.
can happen, and obviously you're gonna run from that and move on.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like the whole point of the date is we're now getting face to face in each other's space to see, hey, do we want to do this?
Yeah.
You know, and maybe you don't have to, like you said, you don't have to do it the very first night.
Right.
But that sets the tone.
Yeah.
And again, if it goes bad, it's like I'm not going to go on another date with that person. There's no point in that.
We men and women, we're going on dates. We're going on. Nah, he's not recording this. He's just looking at it.
yeah.
We're going on dates for different reasons. Like, and I'm not talking about every single person. I'm talking about like majority of men and women. Because women, they're sitting there and they're thinking, okay, damn, this man could maybe be the father of my children. Or we can get married, or he can be the one, or he ain't not the one. And I'm not thinking like that. I'm not thinking, damn, I want to marry this guy. I
you
think
think that's how they think?
that's how they think,
Man,
man.
I got sisters, man. Whole time you thinking they
I
like
have
you say the food guy.
Huh? You saying they checking out the food?
No,
guy?
I said whole time you thinking she really into you like that. You say it in her phone on the food guy.